Hello everyone. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment saying where you're from and when you watched. That way, YouTube will continue to show you stories like this. Now, let's get started. Asterisk, I still remember the day we found the book. It was a hot afternoon. The sun was hidden by thick clouds. The air was heavy, as if a big storm was coming. We, for young people, eager and foolish, decided to explore the abandoned house at the end of the village, where it was rumored that a family had disappeared without a trace. In our minds, it was just a dramatic adventure, an opportunity to recount the paranormal stories we often heard online. None of us could have imagined that it would be the beginning of a nightmare that would haunt us for the rest of our lives. The house was dilapidated. The wooden door creaked when we pushed it open. Dust was flying everywhere. The smell of mold hit our noses. There were burn marks on the walls, as if a fierce fire had once engulfed this place. When we searched the room under the stairs, we found an old wooden chest with a rusty lock. With a loud bang, the lock broke. Inside, among the rotten cloth and meaningless objects, was a thick, heavy black book, engraved with strange characters. As soon as I touched it, I felt a chill run down my spine. We should have left it, let it sleep under the dust of time. But curiosity won out. One of us opened the book. Scribbled lines appeared, as if written in dried blood, describing rituals of spirit summoning, ways to connect with the other side. We laughed, saying that this must be someone's prank. But deep down, a seed of fear had sprouted the next day. We returned with candles, salt, and white chalk, all according to the instructions in the book. The prank became an official ritual. The abandoned house became a sinful experiment. At night, we sat in a circle, shaking our hands, writing symbols on the cold tile floor. Outside, the wind whistled through the cracks in the door like a howl. A strange feeling surrounded me, both excitement and terror. My best friend read the first verse of the spell aloud. His voice echoed, heavy, as if it no longer belonged to him. The candle flickered, the light stretching out distorted shadows on the walls. I began to feel suffocated. The air was thin, as if the room had sucked all the oxygen out. Suddenly, a sound rang out, like footsteps from upstairs, slow, drawn out. We looked at each other, faces pale. It was just my imagination, someone whispered. But in our eyes, the fear was clear. The whispering began to echo everywhere. I didn't know where it came from, the walls, the ceiling, or my own head. The voice was unclear, just fragments of words, but it carried a cold hatred. I covered my ears, but I heard it. Then the book turned the next page. The candles swayed as if it were about to go out. We never thought of stopping. Drawn in, urged by an invisible force, we continued. No one knew that, at that moment, the thin line between the living world and the darkness had been torn apart. A shadow flashed in the cracked mirror hanging in the corner of the room. A foul smell wafted up from somewhere, making me nauseous. I trembled and wrote everything down in this diary, not to keep, but to warn. If anyone reads it, please burn it before it's too late. But I knew everything had only just begun. That night was just a door that had just opened, and what awaited behind would be much more terrible. Continued in Volume 2 of Forbidden Texts.